Hello, welcome to Smart Success Stories with HBXL. My name's Adrian Wild, I'm the Managing Director of HBXL. Tell you a little bit about myself. I used to be a property developer for about 25 years. During that time, I built over 300 extensions and over 80 new homes. During that time, I developed the software to help me run my businesses. Today we're going to hear from Tony James at Syston Construction, a building company in Bristol. He started using EstimatorXpress in 2012, and Tony now also uses PlansXpress. We recorded this interview in advance due to his hectic schedule. He's a very busy builder. In the interview was me, Adrian Wild, Managing Director of HBXL, and Joanna Mulgrew, who's our Product Development Director. So, let's hear the interview. Hello, my name is Adrian Wild. I'm the MD of HBXL. Today we have Tony James from Syston Construction, who's going to talk to us today about EstimatorXpress. So, hi Tony, thanks for taking time to discuss our software. How's things today?
Yeah, afternoon Adrian. Yeah, it's very good.
Very good.
As I say, we're sat here at the moment talking to you, so it's better to be out in the cold.
Yes, it's certainly the wrong time of the year. Okay, so anyway, tell us a little bit about your company, Tony, and the work you undertake.
Yeah, we're sort of a family-run business. Myself, son-in-law, and we got some good sort of subcontractors that we bring in.
Okay.
Time to time to help us out.
Yeah.
Basically, we're probably classed as a maintenance and a extension company, really.
Yeah.
We have built the odd house, but generally we try and stick to the multi-trades.
Yeah.
I found in the past, if you can get multi-trades, that sort of generates you more work, and you don't have to keep going out looking at so much.
Yes, yeah, and you get big gaps between the different trades if you're not careful, don't you, as well, which makes it more difficult to keep everybody busy.
Yeah, well, there was a time when I used to just do plastering, but you come to this time of year, all your outside rendering used to stop.
Yeah.
You know, and you was clients never want you in the house. It's sort of around Christmas time and things like that.
Yeah.
So by doing multi-trade, you know, we could keep working basically. Really, that was the ideal of it.
Yeah.
And maybe lucky enough, I worked with a multi-trade company for many years before.
Okay. Right. So you've obviously purchased EstimatorXpress in the past. How long have you had it?
Yeah, about 5 or 6 years now.
Right. Okay. So you've been with us a long time.
So yeah, I've been with you a long time.
Yep.
It's something I wanted to get for a while. I had a couple of the you can get like little cheap CAD estimating programs out there.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think I bought 2 and wasted my money because you could never get anybody on the phone. There was no backup.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like HBXL's package. It was just something that was basic, really.
Yeah.
And you had to put so much into it all the time just to build a quote up. It just hard work. It just took me just as long as it would have pen and paper.
Right. So it's quicker with EstimatorXpress now, from what you're saying.
Oh, tons quicker. Once you set it up to suit your business.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I did think it was probably too big of a package for me. I thought, well, why would I want something that? Because it is a bit all singing and dancing when you first get the demo. Like, and thinking, I wouldn't, use half of this. But over the 5 or 6 years, I've probably used every workbook in there.
Really?
I don't ever often click on a workbook now, and it says, "Oh, this is the first time," which sometimes comes up when you first use a workbook.
Yeah, well, I think there's about 500 workbooks in there.
Oh, is there?
Total. So you've obviously been a busy chap.
Yeah, we've gone for a few over the 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. So each time you encounter a new calculator, do you find it quite intuitive to use?
Yeah. I mean, now I am. I mean, like I said, now I can. Now I know how the workbooks work.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to expect as a window sort of thing, like when it comes up.
Yeah.
And I just follow the procedures. It just takes me through it, really.
Yeah. So it comes with a manual. Are you a manual person? Do you like looking at manuals?
Yeah. It came with a good manual actually. And not only that, it wasn't only the manual. There's always the online help. The webinars you do.
Oh, right.
I still do. I sign into most of them.
Do you?
Well, yeah, because you don't know all. I don't care how long you've had it. There's always tips and tricks out there. That,
You're an EstimatorXpress junkie, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife says that. What are you up to now? I think she thinks I'm looking at other things. But no, it's and there's the help's there, but it's always nice to sort of see how somebody else does it. Sometimes you think, well, I've been doing that, and I've done this way, and that now even cuts him a bit more time down. Yeah.
Have you had cause to use the technical support?
Yeah, I drove him mad for the first 6 months.
Right. I doubt it. I mean, there's 3 of them there, and that's their job to help people.
Yeah, but at my age, we're not all IT, literate sort of thing. Like, I had to learn this for the first time.
Yeah, I suppose you're learning how to use a computer at the same time, were you?
Yeah, it was a bit challenging. But they were as good as gold. They never made me feel as if I shouldn't be on the end of the phone to them.
Right.
So they're always helpful. And they still are. I mean, I think you've got a guy that comes on an evening. Yeah. And I've used him a few times, which is great because that means, after work I can still get help if I need to, like. Yeah. Okay. So, having completed your job and estimated it, you're I guess from what you're saying, you're using the automatic quote wizard, are you, to develop the quote to hand to your client? Yeah. I've adapted it to suit me. Yeah. Using the onboard tools that are with it. Yeah, you got all the boxes there. You can use. You can, edit the paragraphs. You can set up the way that the estimate comes out into block and brickwork or whatever. Like my wording, really, rather than generic sort of wording. Yeah. So it sounds like. Well, hopefully, it sounds like my quote. If you get what I mean. Yeah. I know there's
got a Somerset accent.
Sorry, with a Somerset accent, you are. There's a few R's put in there. But generally, how can I say? There ain't a lot you can write about a brick and block wall, but you can make it worded so it's your words, if you know what I mean. So, once I set that, and of course, that then saves. So every time it's that sort of quote I'm putting out, it's my paragraphs going in, like, obviously with the new sizes and prices. Yeah. So, how long did it used to take you to do an estimate and print out your quote? In the old days, compared to now? Pen and paper way. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember about that far. I'm glad. No, it used to take a while. I mean, I took more than 50% off the time. More than 50%. Yeah. One, because it keeps a record of all the prices all the time. It's updating. Yeah. That I don't have to keep waiting for emails and people to send me prices for things. Like, it's there. I can come home on an evening if I got a rush quote to do. And the other beauty about it is if a customer changes his mind or they want an addition or, it don't take you minutes to come home, get it in, get it back to them. You used to get back to work with you the next day and it's done for them, like, Yeah. And everybody knows where they stand all the time. It's updating. Yeah, good. Okay, I'm just trying to think what other questions there are that listeners will be interesting for. So, when you've given the client the quote, do you think it helps you to win more work with them, or is it about the same, or what do you think on that? No, I think it does. I mean, I've probably won more at the jobs I quoted for, than I did before the old pen and paper way. Yeah, because there's better detail. It's a lot more detail. It's more precise what you're doing for them. They can see you've put the effort in. And as I have been quoted as saying that I want always the cheapest. That's not to say that quote got me the job. It could be just the way I came over. I don't know, but it's helped me. It's 100% helped me. They know what they're getting. I think some of the quotes I've heard is, I've just had a one-liner. £25,000 for your extension and nothing else. It's not going to give you much confidence, is it? No, it don't. No. Whereas at least with ours or mine, it's sort of hopefully it will gives them a lot of confidence and shows that we put some thought into it.
Yeah, well, I go around the country meeting builders, and I'm often surprised, if not horrified, by the margins they sometimes put on work. And I think it's because they don't realise how important presentation is. And, you do have to have a margin on the job to cover your overheads, and you do need profit to, add back into the business, both to make it worthwhile and also to keep the business on a sound footing. So you don't have to be the cheapest in the street to win the work, and that's probably what you've found, I guess, over the years. You don't, as you say, you don't have to be the cheapest.
No, you don't. It's I just think if your presentation could start nice at the beginning, they obviously think that's how it's going to carry on.
Yes.
I think you give yourself the first foot in the door, as far as I'm concerned, by getting them a decent quote. I can remember seeing one many years ago. It was from a conservatory company, in this folder, and it looked really stunning, but they couldn't fit it. I think they went direct, if I remember rightly, the clients. And she showed me this stunning folder, and we got asked to give a price. And I said, I said, that looks expensive. She said, yeah, but look at the work in the details. She was so pleased with it. I think they went for the dear option. In fact, I'm sure they did, because the stuff was shipped from Germany. But it was the presentation that really put these people in confidence with it, sort of thing. I thought, it just made you think, you just got to latch on to what people say, really. I think, right, that's what I got to start doing then. I got to give them a nice presentation, quotation sort of thing, and break them down as best you can. I mean, you can even alter that. I know, I've learned that. You can alter it a little bit, so you don't have to give them all the jargon, but you can give them, a fair bit.
You can give them as much or as little as you want, actually.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Horses for courses.
Well, because one of the things I was worried about was the maintenance side of it. I didn't know whether it would work for me on maintenance sort of side, but it does. There's just there's so many workbooks in there that you can pick them out, and I've learned now that you can fiddle around with these workbooks, change them to suit what the job is doing, and then save them as a template.
All right, so it learns as it goes along.
Yeah, and I've learned it as well. So again, that saves time. You'd have to keep rewriting it again. It's there for you, you pick it out and away you go.
Yeah, it sounds as though with respect, you've started off from quite a low baseline in terms of your knowledge with computing and estimating, and you've really reached quite a high level, which is great to hear. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's well done. Well done. Okay then, Tony. I think I better let you get back out to the cold weather and go do some real work, and hopefully we'll see you around or hear from you via the support team.
Oh, I expect so.
Okay. Thanks. So as you can see from this recording, EstimatorXpress can transform your building business, and you don't need to be a computer expert to use the software. Our clever built-in calculators rapidly cost and quantify your building materials, labour and plant from dimensions you enter into a series of easy on-screen diagrams. It's the only system on the market linked to live builders merchant prices, including your discounts. Professional quotes and detailed cost breakdowns are easily produced to give you and your customers confidence and to win you more business. Automatic schedules and build programs keep you in control and on budget. Okay guys, so if you'd like to know more about these deals, contact us on the sales line or email us. If you want to have a go with the software, or you have the software on your computer, you can always get support on those numbers or email us on support at any time. Thanks very much.